think we learned a big lesson last year. Don't come for Jeffree Star, because you'll end your career. So as I'm scrolling, I want to do a little recap of this year.
So sorry, you guys.
First of all, can't relate. That was a flop. Cheers to 18. Thank you. Hi sisters, how are ya? All right. Now James Charles is back. Hi baby.
Hello.
Now today is gonna be crazy.
I am very, very excited. Jeffree texted me yesterday and was like, do you want to burn some things? And I was like,
Sure.
kinda. Well, I just got into a scandal regarding this actually because there was a video circulating of a girl who destroyed my palette, and when I first saw it, I got really hurt by it at first because obviously I had worked on it for so long, and also too, it's been sold out everywhere. So all Christmas and holiday season long, I was getting tweets that were so upset at people that couldn't get it, and I was like, oh my god, this girl went just to destroy it. But after further thought, like, one, she was getting hate comments, which is so not okay in any way, shape, or form. So I felt really bad. But two, like, it's her money, and you can do what you want with it. And like, it hurt at first, but I was like, let me get over this. It's not that deep. So I figured for today.
So you learned a life lesson.
Yeah, I'll be burning it for her.
Lauren. Yeah. Oh, I think we're gonna burn a James Charles palette.
Burn it for Lauren.
Yes. All right, Lauren. Today is your moment. Are you ready to head on over and get to destroying?
I was born ready for this.
All right. Let's see what happens. First of all, I brought you some safety gloves.
Oh, perfect. Thank
Courtesy
you.
of Miss Louis Vuitton.
Thank you. Thank God.
There's so much drama going on right now. Hey, what is up all my social climbing friends? It's Dustin and I'm back with another video. No, I am not going to be doing voiceovers that often. It's just I'm a little bit hungover. If you follow me on Twitter, I was actually drunk tweeting last night, and I tweeted at Manny, Trisha Paytas, a whole bunch of different YouTubers, and probably made a fool out of myself. However, that is not the topic of this video at all whatsoever. There's actually going to be a lot that we're going to be discussing in this video. If you have not already watched James Charles and Jeffree Star on Jeffree's channel destroying makeup with a flamethrower and a sledgehammer, I would definitely suggest that you go watch that, because this video was actually really funny, and I think that so many of you that could use a good laugh could actually really enjoy this video, even if you really dislike James or Jeffree. I thought it was a really good video, and they're going to be donating like $50,000 between the two of them to a foundation, I believe for women or something, to allow them to get makeup and help themselves maybe with a job interview or something like that. So that is something good that is going to be coming out of this video. Now, there is a whole lot in this video that we really need to discuss. Well, not really need to, but I really want to discuss. If you watch this video, you will see that they shaded like everybody. There was Huda Beauty, Beauty Blender, Kat Von D. A lot of it came from Jeffree Star, and James Charles was just agreeing. I want to talk a little bit about James Charles with him destroying his own palette after we discuss Jeffree Star shading Kat Von D. Now, if you watch this video, if you haven't watched it yet, I hate to spoil it for you. Jeffree Star actually said this very iconic line where he said, "We're vaccinating our kids in 2019.
All right. We have one last thing to destroy. Oh. It was my last piece of Kat Von D makeup in my beauty room. We talked about it last year. It's time to move on, baby. Because in 2019, we're vaccinating our kids.
And this is for not putting me on your PR list, bitch.
And I just found that to be the most hilarious line in this whole video, because you guys know that Kat Von D and Jeffree Star do have their beef for quite some time now, maybe about 2 years or so, and Kat Von D had this Jeffree Star liquid lip that was up on her website where she continued to gain money and revenue from Jeffree's name. She's since taken that down, but I don't really think that Jeffree has let that go at all. If you watched my intro, I knew that Jeffree was probably going to say what he tweeted in his video, where he said, "What have we learned from 2018? If you come for Jeffree Star, you'll end yourself." We definitely know that that was shade toward Laura and Manny, if no one else. And if you watched my video yesterday, and not a lot of people have actually watched that, I definitely suggest that you go watch that, where I recapped everything and I talked about that actual tweet. But I feel like Jeffree Star is doing like big things in this video, and I feel like he's actually going to go into 2019 and try to be drama free. He actually discussed that in this video, saying that he's trying to be a new and better person, which is great. Now, all, let's talk about James Charles for just a bit, because you guys know how I feel about James Charles. James Charles gets on my last fucking nerve. For some reason, this kid, I really did change my view on him when I felt like he was not being messy. There was a point in time where he was not actually causing very much drama or very much stir. He was actually on the internet just doing his thing and going on about his business. But as of recently, especially with this palette dropping and him creating this with Morphe, he has just been having one controversy after another. If it was not the Morphe palette, it was him with Cody Rants. If it wasn't him with Cody Rants, it was him with Marlena Stell and the whole Netflix deal. And that left a really sour taste in my mouth. But as of recently, we know that Lauren Goodwin, I think she's a YouTuber. Well, I know she's a YouTuber, but she also does TikTok. She actually destroyed his palette. And James Charles tweeted this out, and a lot of James Charles fans came for her. Stans, not fans. They were sending her death threats. They were sending her all kinds of vile, vicious type of hate. And you know, there's one thing that I really can't stand. It's when someone with such a following as James Charles gets on the internet and he pinpoints someone out and his fans go attack, because he knows that that is what is going to happen. And that really gets on my nerves. I feel like that is misuse of his social media platform, and he knows that. But in this video with Jeffree Star, they actually destroy James's palette, and James shouts Lauren out, and so does Jeffree, and they both say that he just basically took this too personally and he wanted to apologize. Now, my conspiracy theory is that James Charles was under a lot of heat. He was getting a lot of heat from people, especially drama channels on Twitter, and Jeffree Star seen this, and Jeffree Star was like, hey, I'm about to film this video. Do you want to help me? Do you want to maybe destroy your palette and try to turn this around? I don't think that that's Jeffree being shady. I think that's him actually trying to help his friend. I don't really know that James Charles and Jeffree Star are actually really friends. Like, yeah, they're good on camera, but I don't really see these two as being like friends like Manny and Jeffree were. For some reason, their personalities, they clash for me. Although they're iconic together, I don't understand that dynamic. James is so young and Jeffree Star is a lot older, and I feel like James is actually trying to emulate Jeffree in some kind of way, and it really just gets on my nerves. While I do really appreciate James Charles addressing this drama and talking about it on Jeffree's video today, I just feel like this is just like a band-aid, and I feel like there's going to be more controversy. I feel like that every time James Charles gets into some drama, it's always like this thinking period of 2 or 3 days. He turns right around and then he apologizes. We've seen this with Marlena Stell. Cody Rants said that he apologized, I think. I really don't know. But James definitely does have a pattern to his madness when it comes to all of this. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Like, he will do something and then a couple days apologize. How many times is he going to do this, and how many times are people actually going to fall for it? Like, we obviously know that his stans are going to fall for it, but the people like you that watch me that actually have a brain that can think outside of the bubble of YouTube, it's really getting old. But I do understand that James is very young. Everybody is pretentious. Everybody is combative when they are young. And I kind of chalk a lot of the way that he acts up to him being young, and it's just really annoying and grates on my nerves. I don't really necessarily hate James Charles. I just hate the way that James Charles acts, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't think that he's a bad person at the end of the day. I don't think that he like viciously tries to attack or come for people. I just feel like it's a defense mechanism that he has that he really needs to work on. And I hope that in 2019 that he will work on that and not be as messy on Twitter. I mean, we can all hope for that. I don't really think that it'll happen. I just really hope that one day that James Charles doesn't do something that he's going to look back on and like really regret, because we've all had regrets. We've all done things. But when he is someone with so many followers, 12 million followers on YouTube and like 3 million followers on Twitter, he could definitely end up getting himself in some shit one day. And I really just don't want that to happen to him. It's more of like a criticism than it is hate coming from me. I do not hate James Charles. He just absolutely works my nerves. But honestly, I want to know what you guys think about this. Have you watched Jeffree Star's video? Did you enjoy it? Did you think it was funny? Did you see all the shady parts? Did you see him shading Huda Beauty? Did you see him shading Kat Von D? Because this is what I live for, because this is not drama. This is actually, I don't even think that it's honestly shade, because everything that Jeffree Star said about these brands are true. And I felt like when he smashed that Huda Beauty like powder, I knew that he was standing up for these smaller brands. But honestly, I just want to know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about this down below. Do you think that James Charles has turned over a new leaf, or do you think think that it's going to be back to the same old in a week or two? And what do you think about Jeffree Star? Do you think that he's going to be consumed with drama this year? Because there's always somebody wanting to start drama with Jeffree Star. Let me know what you think about all this down below. If there's something that I missed, if there's something that you would like me to talk about, let me know that down below as well. I hope that you all are having an amazing New Year's Day, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye, guys.